You're in black, I'm in black, and my computer screen has just gone black. What do you do about that?
You fade to black, man.
You just give it all up, and
it's a blackout.
We're gonna run blind. This is Working Title FC, probably one of the best sports podcasts.
No, not one of. It's the premiere. It's the premiere. Welcome to it.
You think that's the one? We're gonna dive into the world of sports. Plus, we got Goat Farm.
Yeah.
And Senzo's non-football story of the week, but we're going to kick off with a man that I call Teflon Jordan.
Yes.
I mean, of all the shit Danny Jordan gets up to, okay, of all the things he's been accused of,
yeah,
and of all the big amounts of the tens and hundreds of millions, he's gets caught for 1.3 million rand.
Yeah, but do you know what I think it is? I think this time they want to make it stick.
Do you think anything can stick to him?
It's Teflon. Yeah, it's Teflon. He's Danny Gotti. So it's look, but also like if you're greedy, you're bound to get caught.
So the story is this week: Danny Jordan and a couple of business associates caught up in
and his cronies.
Let's call it that, cronies. I mean, can we call it? Listen, he's litigious.
Yeah,
I've seen he will sue. He will sue. But they've kind of been picked up on fraud and theft charges.
Did you see how much bail he got, bro?
20,000 rand.
Awesome.
20,000 rand, which is like, I mean,
he probably keeps that in his cabinet.
I mean, come on, man. That's lunch money for him. They've got travel ban. Well, the other two guys have got travel bans. He's allowed to travel because of his role in SAFA. You're kind of hoping this is the Al Capone. For all the illicit dealings Al Capone had, he got caught on tax evasion, which normally happens, right? You kind of hope this is one of the tiny little things that kind of just opens up the floodgates. I mean, let's say this. I mean,
even when he was mayor of Nelson Mandela Bay municipality, he ran that municipality to the ground, just taking what he wants. And
exactly, it became his own personal piggy bank. Listen, Danny Jordan has destroyed South African soccer. I'm going to say it right there.
Big time. There's non-negotiable.
I was watching something ahead of this on Carte Blanche, kind of talking about the FIFA Legacy Fund. Now, you got to know, when you are dicier than FIFA, you got to know that you're a special level of...
Yeah, you're the next level corrupt.
Right? I mean, what I got to love is all those years, FIFA were fucking around, they were getting bribes. Only arrogant South Africans who don't care about covering trails are the ones that started leaving the breadcrumbs. Yeah, that bring down the whole house of cards.
I've said this before. We all know who the two most powerful people are in South African soccer, and they're chairmen of the two biggest clubs in the country. So
convenient bedfellows. So obviously out of the FIFA Legacy Fund, FIFA left I think it was 450 million rand.
Jesus, so it's $500 million
for basically development, just purely for development, not other projects. Yeah, purely for development, grants, certain things. Money's gone.
Do you think that's why Neil Tovey also quit?
Oh, man. I don't think anybody with any... I mean, what was the lady who owned Ria Stars?
Ria Letwaba.
Yeah, she was one of the main board members, and she started going, where's the money? Yeah. Where are the grants? Where's the money going? No answers, off the board.
And also, do you think
they dissolved the fund?
Do you think those gents are going to take a lady seriously on the board?
Nah, never, man. Those guys don't take anything seriously. You know what the real pity is like when you mentioned Neil Tovey there, right? So, kind of as isolated as South African football was, that generated Neil Tovey, Dr. Kumalo, Lucas Radebe, Mark Fish, that generation, right? For sure, it came out of people wanting to do good for South African soccer,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
Kind of like the predecessors of SAFA. And then once the world's open, plus with all this money, we have not produced here and there. There's a have we produced a world-class player, Stephen Pienaar?
Stephen Pienaar. I think it's the closest I will get.
I mean, really?
You can't really count Lucas Khata because that's
he was previous, but like you kind of go, I mean, because what's world class? Somebody who's playing Champions League, plays Premier League,
on the regular.
La Liga,
So like so a South African equivalent of Mohamed Salah.
Well, that's it, right? Okay.
Salah, right. The bar's a bit high for Salah.
Yeah. But name them. Name them.
Sadio Mane.
You know what I mean? Lyle Foster.
Yeah, Koulibaly.
But what's Lyle Foster? Okay, he's got injury problems.
But is that Burnley?
But and that's what should happen. And Danny Jordaan is going to get away with this. We all know. We've seen Teflon Jordan. Nothing sticks to him. But when I see the state of football in this country,
it shouldn't be in that state.
Not PSL, not Motsepe League, not Diski Challenge, not that shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about grassroots.
Grassroots, yeah.
That's because that's what we came through, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, also you hear about you remember how big club soccer was? I remember when I was a teenager and stuff. Yeah. Club soccer was the thing. It was the thing. Now I don't really know what's going on in the club soccer scene. You don't
want to know. Let me tell you something. It is a sad
state of affairs.
Oh man, let me tell you, those grand old clubs we talk about, right? And I'm sure new clubs have kind of popped up.
What happened to Wits? That's sad, bro.
I mean, it's disgusting.
Because Wits, how
disgusting.
That place was a bedrock for talent.
Yeah. And at all levels. Yeah. So we're not even talking about, guys making it into the top division. We're talking Wits as like a grassroots kind of
an institution.
Marks Park, Robertsham, Sporting, right?
Sporting.
Do they exist?
Panorama
kind of
Balfour.
Keeps going. Balfour, right? The only ones who kind of keep going are the ones that are in richer suburbs, old parks.
Yeah.
Even Randburg. I drove past the fields the other day.
Serious?
Now, Randburg's elite. Randburg's got an elite development.
Yeah.
And you're going, Jesus, you guys got a bit of money, but they're running it on sponsors, donations, because they're not getting money.
It's a social club, if you think about it.
And that's here. Now, imagine you're going further out into townships. You're going further out into areas. Bloom, hotbeds of football, producing nothing.
Bro, do you know also it's very evident when Banyana won the women's title, the women's African title, there was no money to pay them.
Well, one of the stories in this carte blanche piece was SAFA bought a place called Happy Valley. Right, it was a water slide park. Was a resort that they were going to turn.
I saw that. Yeah.
Right, that they were going to turn into SAFA elite development. Right,
and to the tune of how much?
It was a fortune. It was 60 million rand, I think.
Out of 450, but we can do that.
Right. Okay, we can do it. But listen, if you go 60 million, I mean, what?
You take a seventh of the money.
60 million is £3 million. I'm telling you right now, Carrington, and everyone says it's in such disrepair. Carrington's not £3 million. You know what I mean? That's the level you got to be at, right? Yeah. What Morocco have put together, they're not spending $3 million, £3 million to put.
Sure.
Anyway, so the concept of this was to have 4G pitches, indoor pitches, beach pitches. Wow. It was supposed to be, the national team was supposed to convene there.
Do you also see it? You see that the Nike complex in Soweto.
Yeah.
That should have been one of the first priorities.
What's happened with that? It's gone.
I don't know. You also check SAFA House next to FNB Stadium. It doesn't even look like it's the headquarters of South African football. It's wild, bro. It's wild.
So you're saying on Banyana and the Happy Valley, and I'll come back to SAFA House, is that the Banyana players, because we know they said we're not going, they kind of went on strike because we need bonuses or whatever. But what prompted it, they got put in this Happy Valley place, which is looks like an apartheid era fucking water slide park.
Looks like Flak Plus.
And these rooms were shit. Like if you had to be a paying customer to go to those, you go, what the hell, man? This is even 2-star, I'm not saying in the shit.
Yeah.
And this is what you're expecting the women's national, who became African champions.
The current African champions.
Right. And I think this was before they went to the World Cup. And this is how they're going to prepare.
Nah, bro.
Right. This is how you're preparing the team's disgusting stuff. And then you talk SAFA House. So, the thing is, okay, we see the clubs that are in the suburbs. I mean, imagine how many clubs within a 10-kilometer radius of SAFA House. Just imagine where it is. Soweto, Eldorado Park.
Bro.
That should be a hotbed of talent.
Robertsham, the clubs are...
And you're sitting there...
they're there, yeah.
And then just go.
Go, bro.
Go. Just go. My old club, Florida Albion. I mean, it's absolute disrepair. And you can... Florida Albion's not in a rich suburb.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're not getting money from SAFA...
when you're talking rich suburbs, we're talking anything in the north of north of the CBD.
That's it. And what you're starting to see now, what I'm hearing is that there's a lot of private clubs starting to pop up.
So Supersport
development.
They're kind of doing a development thing, but they don't really have a club because my brother used to train there and stuff like that. And it was just okay, cool. It's all good and well to give the kids skills and stuff.
These guys but then they make leagues.
Yeah, they make leagues. Yeah.
So it's not even part of they kind of exist outside of SAFA.
I wonder if it still happens when you in primary school, because in grade 6 and grade 7, I made the Joburg North team.
Yeah.
I wonder if they still have that like going, because that was well run, and that's how we get. That's how we used to see guys that you used to play club soccer against. And then I really don't know. But with that being said, do you know where SAFA needs to take a page out of? They must look at the way that school rugby is run in South Africa, and they must try to implement that, because that's probably the most well run institution.
But again, it is well run, and I'm sure. Listen, Saru obviously got a part to play in that, but you're also talking to some of the most moneyed institutions. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's schools that go. We got funders, we got donors. The parents are rich. Like,
it's people that, like, if you need a pavilion, they'll build it for you.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm just going to donate a pavilion. So then you can take kids in who are underprivileged, and that's fantastic. And that's kind of like, then you've got Saru kind of benefiting from that.
Yeah, because it's a conveyor belt for them. Because
that's it. So then the thing to go, okay, talk about that. Then why aren't the elite schools more into football?
That's true.
Because not everyone's a rugby player.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
True, yeah.
So then, but then why would they? And then again, then the whole, it's still there. There is still a racial divide in South Africa between sports. Rugby is a white sport. Soccer is a black sport. And it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be a school's issue.
It shouldn't be a school issue, because the thing is, this stems from...
It's your FA.
It's your FA, and your FA, for me, your FA should filter all the way down. Way down, because that's, where else are you getting the talent from?
Do you know the English FA? Now, you listen to it, people criticize the English FA, right? Because the English criticize everything.
Yeah.
The English FA looks after possibly one of the richest, I would say maybe only Germany, but I'm pretty sure the FA is the richest FA in the world. Have to be.
Easily.
They overlook players who are worth an association worth hundreds and if not hundreds of billions.
It should be in the billions
of pounds, right? They've got there's lots of critics on Wembley. Again, English like to complain. Kind of like the centerpiece of world football, like the most grand, ambitious stadium.
Yeah.
You know how many people run the FA?
How many?
10. You know how many people at SAFA? Over 40.
Jesus sakes. And we can't get it right.
You know what I mean?
And we can't get it right.
And that's who run the kind of the biggest. You know what I mean? Follow the money. But listen, it's a start. Nothing sticks to him. I mean, he's had sexual harassment allegations, everything around the disappearing money from FIFA. He just keeps dodging, and he's running for re-election. I think, but when he wins it, which he will, he's been SAFA president for the best part of 30 years.
A long time, bro.
Right, because he's been since 2000.
Yeah,
so okay, best part of 20 odd years.
24 years, bro.
Man. Anyway, we'll watch that. Listen here, here's a story caught me by surprise.
Tell us.
I was like, man, it came out the same day as Danny Jordaan.
Yeah. And
I was like, geez, what a way to bury a lead. And I was like, this is so weird, because this gent in particular, whether he runs his club well, which I think he does run his club well, but he runs South African football, so he gets away with everything. I read this headline, Orlando Pirates get slapped with a transfer ban.
Yeah, I saw that.
But Namibia's Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the hell is going on?
No, not the Orlando Pirates, guys.
Yeah, so in Namibia there is a team called Orlando Pirates, and they have been slapped with a 3-year transfer ban.
What they do wrong?
From FIFA, just unpaid unpaid transfer fee for Aaron Ladapka, probably the most famous Namibian player at the moment.
There's Hotto. He plays for Pirates. He plays for the real Pirates.
Oh, okay. So that was Pirates, Buccaneers. Breathe.
It
wasn't you.
In other Pirates news, I think Irvin Koza he's still chairman of the NSL, National Soccer League, which effectively makes him the boss of the PSL.
You know what? And I saw he gave Kaiser 2 million rand for his birthday.
Come on, bro.
From all of us.
Hey, buddy.
From all of us.
Your team might not be doing well, but yeah, he has something.
It's 2 million from all of us. Listen, you know what?
Because Kaiser's also on the exco of that board.
You know, we can say everything we want to say about Iron Duke. The PSL or at the Betway or the Betway Premiership, whatever it's called now, he's in charge. He runs that well.
He does, yeah, he does.
You know what I mean?
In terms of getting like sponsors and like, also you look at like the prize money for teams winning. Yeah. For teams winning, I mean the think of the MTN8, right?
Yeah.
You play 3 games, 10 million rand.
Yeah.
And you only get 20 million rand for winning the league.
No, he does a good job. He plays it well. Listen, most people would have shut the bed losing a big sponsor like DSTV.
Yeah.
Right? A naming rights sponsor like that. Within weeks, he's got the next one.
Better.
You know what? So he
understands he understands the bottom line.
Well, that's the thing.
He understands the bottom line. I mean, you look at the way you look at Pirates and Sundowns, Chiefs as well. Like the way, like commercially, bro, you don't get on FIFA like an EA. Sorry, if you aren't like commercially like.
But it's a thing that he's done that I think is like nobody else does. It just puts his club in so much control of their own destiny.
Yeah,
they're the only club with their own stadium.
Yeah, that they own, yeah.
Their own Orlando Stadium, it's theirs.
Yeah.
Everyone else says like, okay, Chiefs play at Soccer City.
But doesn't he also have shares like in that Ellis Park, Johannesburg Stadium compound?
Probably. But I mean, I just think it's in terms of a football team, it's so important to own your own football club.
Yeah, because exactly.
And that's what sinks so many teams because they got to rent and then it's this. Owning your own club, you can use the stadium for other things. It's yours.
It's yours,
You take every cent you make out of the stadium. And Orlando Stadium, I'll tell you, I dig it.
Orlando Stadium's also, bro, like also Orlando Stadium, I don't know if you've been. It's
I've
quality.
Been there.
It's quality.
It's not massive. But it's just perfect. It's always full.
Yeah, because the thing is, you don't need like there's no club in the country that's filling out 30,000 a week every week.
Yeah,
because there's only think about it. There are only 3 big games if you think about it because it's the derby. The derby's always
and then
full.
against Sundowns,
and then those 2 against Sundowns. Yeah, but. Also, Sundowns Pirates aren't going to play at. They're not going to play at Orlando Stadium. They'll take it to like FNB or they'll put it at Loftus because like also Loftus is not really. It's not Sundowns' ground. But
no,
it belongs to the Bulls. But when Sundowns play Pirates or they play Chiefs at home, they go to Loftus.
Yeah, which is fine. But when Sundowns play anyone else,
they play like at Trivial. Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. So, but that just shows you the kind of leader his thinking.
Yeah,
so
I mean, also you just think of like with 2010. There's some provinces that shouldn't have got stadiums.
No, not at all.
PE, empty.
Limpopo.
Peter Mokaba they use Peter Mokaba.
Mbombela. That's actually what I think.
Mbombela, yeah.
I mean, Mbombela. You only hear about it when Springboks play
there. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or if there's a cup final for something, then it's the alternate between that and Moses. So like it's
Mbombela's a nice stadium though.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Really nice stadium.
All those stadiums are nice.
They're all great stadiums. I mean, the PE stadium. They keeps changing the names. I don't know what it's called. Kabeja Stadium. They're all great stadiums, but they're all white elephants. I mean, they're absolute. Again, Danny Jordaan's legacy.
Yeah,
the thing about the stadiums is they keeps coming up this conversation about Ellis Park, right? And the Lions, and we saw it when they played the Currie Cup final. Okay, the rain. I think the semi-final was pretty much no one was there.
Yeah,
and then on the final it was just like torrential, so nobody it was difficult to go. But people say weekly games with the Lions, no one goes to because people are scared to go to Ellis Park. I'm telling you, where Orlando Stadium's situated. I'd rather go to Orlando Stadium than Ellis Park.
But I'll tell you right now, the hood is safer than CBD.
100%.
Hood is safer than CBD.
100%.
Because also, they love white people in the hood.
But dude, it's like, I didn't want to say it, but when I've been to Orlando Stadium, like everyone's awesome. Like you don't feel Ellis Park, if you're not going for like a Springboks game where there's like absolute lockdown in the vicinity, and you go to Ellis Park, like you're fucking looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, because I used to go for, my dad is a very avid Pirates fan. Shout out to my dad. But he used to take me like to Ellis Park when Pirates still was when they're playing there. Bro, Ellis Park, like if you're not...
You head on the swivel, bro.
Yes.
Head on the swivel.
Bro.
Orlando Stadium, don't think twice about it.
Yeah.
You got a Pirates shirt on, no problem. No problem.
What's with white guys and supporting Pirates? You actually love Pirates, eh?
It is, though. I don't know what it is.
Skull and crossbones thing. No, but Pirates, that's my team in South Africa. So
mine too. Man, have you seen that legacy shirt that they bought out?
Dude.
Listen, that thing is beautiful. So,
bro, but Pirates don't mess with kids, eh? It's hard to mess up a Pirates. Black and white Adidas. Come on.
Well, no, it's not that one. It's, there's that brand. They sponsor the Springboks as well. They're called Old School or something, where they got the old school rugby jerseys.
Yes.
So they bought out an Orlando Pirates one. I got to bring this up for Senzo. You got to look for this. It's called Old School. Check it out, Pirates jersey. Let's see what that brings out for me. You got to check this out. So what old school do is they got a Springbok jersey and they kind of
awesome.
like do old Western Province and kind of like that, right? So they got that look. And then they bought out an Orlando Pirates one. And they've had Lucky Likhwati
nice.
modeling it over the past couple of weeks.
Great ambassador for Pirates, though.
Dude, this thing is 2,500 rand. Okay, but you have got, I'm going to show it to Senzo and he's going to describe it to you.
Oh, no. I saw this. My dad had it as his status, bro. Like, what? No, that's legit. And I like it with the number 10 because at Pirates, no one wears the number 10.
Exactly.
It's a
retired jersey. So what? They said it's like late 70s, early 80s era. It's got that rugby jersey look, thick white collar.
Oh, bro, it's the one.
The old school Pirates badge with Orlando Pirates written across the chest.
It's the
long
one,
sleeve white cuffs.
That's gangster.
Man, this 2,500 rand. I'm like,
the price tag's also gangster.
It is, but that is a beautiful shirt. So maybe that's why white guys like, because they make rugby jerseys, you know. Listen, a man in black that's in a lot of trouble this week, old David Coote.
Oh my goodness!
If you haven't heard, first video that comes out of him is him shit talking
Jurgen Klopp, and
He's fucking out of his mind.
He's unhinged.
I don't know what he's on in that video.
Yeah.
But fucking everything.
Everything. He's unhinged, bro.
He's got a guy sitting next to him and they're asking questions and it's like, what do you think of Liverpool? Oh, they played shit. What do you think of Jurgen Klopp? He's a cunt.
What's
And so that comes out and firstly, the wrong fan base to fuck with is Liverpool fans.
Oh, bro, they're on you. They're like the beehive when you talk about Beyonce on Twitter.
Exactly, they're like Swifties. You just don't touch them.
They'll clap your ears, yeah.
And so that's the first thing he's got to deal with. And you're going, listen, so firstly I'll go, but Jurgen Klopp is a cunt.
No, he is.
Especially the way Jurgen Klopp goes after referees. And then I saw a whole bunch of videos and photos of Klopp going after this David Coote guy, right? Yeah. And the last he refereed Liverpool was during COVID, during lockdown.
Yeah.
So that's when this video's from. So that's kind of like, geez, okay, that's pretty bad. He gets suspended. 2 days later, a video comes out from Euro 2004 where he was refereeing, or he has at least VAR, snorting coke.
I thought he was a referee, not a linesman.
Listen, when's this sex tape coming?
Oh, bro, I do watch out for that.
It's got to be a sex tape.
Also, like, dude, you're a grown ass man. You're 42. You don't have to document everything you do. Like, what were you thinking?
So here's the interesting debate, right?
Apparently, okay, I'll go.
No, give me your apparently.
Apparently, he slept with one of his mates' wives.
So listen, there's a lot of odd things about him. There's text messages going around saying, you don't know the half of it. This oak is fucking deviant. You know, it is what it is. Tell me, what's your thoughts here? So there's two thoughts. A referee's allowed having a private life.
No, of course.
A referee, I think we got in our minds, I don't know what we think a referee must do, but referees used to be old school, demure, it's supposed to be boring. We hate them. They were old dudes.
Pierluigi Collina.
Okay, well, listen.
That's the Godfather.
The Don.
That's the Godfather.
Listen, you cannot compare any ref now. You cannot put Collina in this conversation. He was just...
At all, bro.
Collina was what I'm going to describe now. I don't know if we expect referees to kind of like show up, cross the white line. David Coote did cross the white line, but looked like crossed a few of them. Ref a game perfectly, get every decision right, even the ones he got wrong. Players don't say shit.
Yeah, and also go chirp Collina.
Yeah, go. And he gave you that stare. Only referee to ever be on the cover of a video game.
My man, Pierluigi Collina.
He was on the cover of one of the Pro Evolutions. Right? Finishes the game. Not one manager shit talks his decision. Nothing. He goes back to his house and gets back into his crypt. Until the next game.
Yeah, until the next major final.
That's what Collina did.
Yeah.
Right? But referees don't do that. Yeah. Especially now, referees need to be younger.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, listen, here's the thing I think we were saying about Ruben Amorim the other day. I'm at that age now where I've made peace that players are younger than me.
Same.
Now I have to make peace that managers are younger than me, let alone that referees are younger than me.
Exactly.
Okay.
Do you know me especially now, I feel old, like when you watch Yamal play.
Oh, man.
You're like, that guy isn't grade 11. My brother's in grade 11.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And my brother's in grade 11. I was like, what was I doing grade 11? I wasn't scoring goals at the Bernabeu. I wasn't winning Euros.
Tell me something. I don't know your brother, but like, would your brother handle the pressure of being the figurehead of Barcelona and Spain?
No.
At 17?
No.
That's wild shit, right?
It chewed Ansu Fati up.
I mean, it's one thing having the talent. There's lots of guys with talent, but to be the figurehead of the European champions,
our club up and our country's football around you.
At 17, you're still wearing braces, bro.
Bro, he can't legally drink.
The fuck? He can't play games after 10 o'clock.
That's
in Europe. So in Spain, he can. He's got this because that was the thing in the Euro. If the Euro final went to extra time,
they'd have to sub him.
They would have had to sub him because of European law for minors. You can't work past 10 o'clock, so they were going to have to sub him off. That's how young he is. So referees are getting younger because they got to be fit or whatever.
Yeah.
Referees are also human. Here's the other thing. Referees up until recently had day jobs.
Yeah.
Cops,
teachers,
whatever. Now they're full-time professionals.
Yeah.
So they're younger guys. They've got money and they've got a fuckload of free time. So Coote's not the only referee. Don't fucking tell me one thing that he's the only referee getting up to shit. So I have no problem with him having a life.
No, me neither. Also, what you do in your private life, bro, go ahead. Like that's on you, bro.
I have no problem you having opinions because every referee is going to say, "What do you think of?" Imagine every ref. What do you think of Pep? I was like, he's a dick. I can't stand him. He's like, right. That's natural. If he wants to drink, do drugs, as long as it's not hurting anybody else.
Yeah, and it's not negatively impacting on anybody else.
I couldn't find anything of him having kids or anything like that. So I was like, fuck, dude, do you? Maybe you're acting like a bit of a child. Here's the fucking problem, right? At 40, in your 40s, you stop the gram. Somebody takes out a camera when you're fucking around. You say, bro,
stop. Delete it, bro.
I'm not even put it. I don't even like if I've had a few drinks. People taking photos of me.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I'm like, no. Your face gets bloated. You look like you look drunk. I was like, no. Please don't take a. Okay, because I'm still copacetic enough. That's where I have a problem with him. The dude must do what he does.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Have your opinion that you want to do. Tell your friends what you want to do. When you're reffing the game, fucking do the right job. He's the ref that gave that bullshit penalty against Manchester United. But anyway,
good for him.
It's got nothing to do with anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't say, oh, he was on coke. I mean, fuck.
No, we don't know that.
No, he probably wasn't.
We don't know that.
They're not related, right? The thing is,
but also I can't imagine you doing that much Charlie. Like you're doing Charlie, and then you have to go do like that much cardio, bro. You'll keel over.
No, of course.
Your heart rate will.
Of course. So I mean, the video of him taking coke happened after he has finished with the Euro. So he was done. So now he's on holiday. Fucking do you, dude? Exactly. If you want to take coke and you're doing that, you're running around that much. But he's more VAR now, so he's just sitting behind a computer.
But either way, I mean, you must be thinking, is this what they do in the but they wouldn't do it in the VR.
No.
It's not Wolf of Wall Street.
Dude, exactly, dude. How many people don't we know that fucking on the weekend they're doing coke and it's just a weekend thing and they're not sitting behind their desk and they fucking function during the week?
Yeah, they do what they have to do.
You know?
My thing is that as well, Paulo, you're so right because like...
Don't film it.
Also, like, especially if you're a public figure in inverted commas, like what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? I mean, I've got a very famous mate. Like, he does he tells us, oh, it's like, don't put me in photos and stuff like that because also, you mess up with his bag.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And he could not be drinking, and he could just, let's say, he's next to a beer, and it's.
And so, your guy's image, I know who he is.
Yeah.
He's got that clean cut image.
Clean.
He's like, he's Mr. Head Boy.
Yeah, he is the head boy.
And I totally get it. And that's on him. And it's not to say he doesn't have fun. And it's not to say around certain friends he won't let go. But it's like, guys, don't take photos. And if you do, fuck. I mean,
ask for my permission first.
If I'm David Coote, I'm like, who the fuck am I surrounding myself with?
First and foremost.
Right? I got to get a new group of friends.
Those aren't your friends.
Bunch of fuckers.
Those aren't your friends. And like you said to me, we had this conversation via WhatsApp. We're like, cool. We all do stupid shit around our friends. And but like, as you said, there's a code.
That's it.
There is a code. Like, it's like being on a group chat with all your mates. You don't go tell your significant other like what you guys chat about and stuff. Like, that's just amongst you. Like, I'll give you an example, right? In our 20s, at a bachelor party, my friends and I have a video.
It's not killing stripper video. It's not a drug video. Yeah. It's a video that was very funny at the time. Just, it was of the time. Yeah. Not funny at all now.
Yeah.
And as we get older, fuck, right? So we got this video.
Yeah.
Now, not only is it on phones, there was it on a disc, right? So a physical copy. So of course,
hard copy, yes.
But we're mates, and it's format funny, right? Not fucking pigs or anything like that. Take your mind. It's not hangover shit. It's just more. I only want to use this reference, but anyway, it was probably not even that funny. It's not even that bad. But anyway, a couple of years later, in soberness or whatever, we're going, hold on a second. Where's that video? No, everyone's phone's off the phones. There was no iCloud, thank God, that time, right? Phone, it's gone. Where's that physical disc?
Destroyed it.
We want it destroyed, not deleted, not
destroyed
just that disc fucking driven or whatever, destroyed. Because it was funny at the time. If anyone saw it now, they'd probably go, oh, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that's bro code.
Yeah,
right?
it is bro code.
One of the guys who had that video could have gone out, now fuck you, we've had a fight, I'm releasing this video.
Right.
And I'm going to fuck your career, I'm going to fuck all your friendships,
I'm going to destroy you, I'm going to end you, literally I'm going to end you.
But instead, with 6 close friends, we're like, yeah, guys, let's get rid of this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And so and every guy has that. Every guy listening to this has that.
Of course.
We've all got that.
Of course, bro.
Right? And it goes, shit. And here's my advice to you. If you guys have that, get rid of it.
Destroy it, but it doesn't help anything. Especially,
there's no point keeping it.
Because you see it now, like, and the older I get, and like, my group of mates, like, they're like 2, 3, 4 years older than me.
Yeah.
So, like, especially the older you get, people have families, people have jobs, and and like, what people do on the weekend, bro, like, it's, you have to be very careful because, like, now in the age of social media, oaks get very giddy and they want to post everything, and then
oh man,
these things get people fired. They ruin people's lives.
Even sometimes I'll be going through my Facebook. Facebook will tell you something you posted fucking when Facebook 2009.
Yeah.
Okay, and I look at that, I go, "Ooh, shit! I'm deleting that."
Yeah, because also
it's not. It just goes, "Ooh, I'm not." I'm just not that person anymore.
I mean, I should hope you're not that person because it's like
exactly.
what 15 years later.
Exactly,
15 years later, and we need to be very careful. Like, also being on social media when you have too many opinions. Like, there's freedom of speech, but like you must be very careful because people pull up records and
hey, man, exactly, shit pops up from whenever. So David Coote. Like
you're an idiot.
There's no coming back for him, right?
Yeah. You quit, bro.
It's a pity. It's a pity because I don't think. I mean, guys taking drugs takes drugs. If it was a player caught doing that, and here's where the hypocrisy.
But also the thing is, like, you're a sportsman. This whole clean living thing. Like, what message are you sending out?
But you see that. But the thing
only
is,
one guy can do it, Maradona. And that's it.
If a player did that, say a video comes out like that of fucking Mason Greenwood, right? Let's use it. First person popped in my head. He'd be rehabilitated.
Yeah,
or putting him in a program, getting him help, whatever. So, firstly, I hope they do that to him. It's
your life, first and foremost.
Pig mold, whatever that runs, they've got a duty of care to him to make sure. Okay, this guy works for us.
Are you okay? And then they go get you like a therapist and stuff to make sure you're okay.
That's it. And so I think that's the first thing. Can he ever work again after? He can never referee a Liverpool game, which he hasn't for years. Yeah. He can't be a referee because the second he walks onto the pitch, he's just going to get abused.
Yeah.
Players are going to bring it up.
Yeah.
So it's just untenable, which is a pity. I mean, because he's still young. I mean,
you're 42. Yeah, you still got a lot of your refereeing career,
and he had done things. The thing is about Premier League. Premier League is the top of the top.
It's the gold standard.
You make sacrifices to be there, right? If you and I had to do the official Premier League podcast,
my man, we're going right now.
That's it.
Everything dropped. We're going.
So even for a referee to be a VAR, to be a Premier League referee, it's top. And you've done it. You've
been vetted. You've earned your stripes. Like you went through the right channels.
That's it. And now it's gone. That's why I feel bad for him because he's just done what I think most people do.
Yeah, no, that blow off steam. I mean, I haven't hung out with everybody in the world, but come on, guys, people do.
Yeah,
people do stuff. Like
people do stuff. So anyway, we wait his 6 tape, and we'll talk about it next week.
Shout out to him. I hope he does a Kim Kardashian and he sells it for.
Hey,
yeah.
He's you know what he's going to have. He's going to end up on Dancing with the Stars. Yeah. I'm a Celebrity. Get me out of here. Mm-hmm. Love Island.
Yeah. It's career after football.
It's all happening.
Talk to Callum Best. He must talk to Callum Best.
That's the guy who. Fuck, that guy got the cheat code.
Talk to Callum Best. But he's better now. Eh?
Let's take a moment to talk about Callum Best. Obviously, Callum Best, George Best's son, hell of a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Got his dad's looks, yeah.
And his mom's
looks, yeah. His mom, yeah.
You know, his mom starts losing his hair early in life, gets a transplant, fucking does all the Love Island shit. Had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Had a lot of problems. But yeah, Callum Best. No interest in football, wildly enough.
I mean, if your dad's Georgie Porgy, bro.
But you'd think...
if you're George Best's son, you'd think at least
He said, I had no interest in football. And part of it was because I saw how football... he
saw what it did to his dad.
He said he saw how football threw away his dad. Yeah. So he says it wasn't what football... He said he saw how football abandoned his dad. And that's why he had no interest in it, which is quite wild. A man who you said a career after football, he thought his football days were done. Claudio Ranieri, I call him Claudio.
Coming out of retirement.
Claudio Ranieri retired. He's like, I'm done with it. And Roma, what a shit show is happening at Roma.
No, man, it makes me sad, bro. It makes me sad. It makes me sad because it's like ever since like Totti left, like that club is falling apart. And so
the Roma owners, Americans. Italian Americans,
same guys that have a stake in Everton.
Yeah, they're the guys who kind of just recently took over Everton. They see the potential in Roma. They see what Roma can be, but they're
because Roma is also not a small club,
and it's in a capital city,
right?
Fucking Italy's capital city, right? The potential, even the fan base. I mean, those videos when Dybala signed. I mean, even the reception Ranieri got.
Yeah.
Now, Ranieri coached Roma before.
Yeah, he did.
And he was a legendary player.
Yeah.
Right? And so Totti leaves, De Rossi leaves. And I think that's where the Roman soul leaves Roma.
Yeah.
Because that's what Roma was about. And it's cliched, but they were gladiators, those two.
Yeah.
And they were everything Roma is about. Understanding that, you know, we're not Juventus, we're not Milan, we're not Inter Milan.
We're not Napoli either.
Yeah, we're the gladiators, you know.
Grit.
And those
we hold it down in the south.
Those two showed it. Then the Friedkins come in and they done with it. Bring Mourinho, who just tortures.
See Mourinho's rant about the Turkish league.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. Mourinho's got his 3-year cycle. He's going through his 3-year cycle in 6 months in Turkey. It's fantastic. It's box office. It's like Mourinho in Turkey is like Donald Trump being a football manager.
Oh, bro, brilliant.
Just everyone's against me, saying outlandish shit.
Yeah.
He's trying to get fired.
Yes.
He's already at that stage.
I'm sure he went there and he's like, no, this is not it.
No.
This is not it. He got here. He's like, nah, this is not the one.
No, he's trying, because Mourinho only tries to get fired in his 3rd season. He's trying to get fired in his first 6 months. Yeah, he's like, I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. So they get Mourinho. Then they replace Mourinho with De Rossi, which is kind of going, Mourinho makes everyone so upset, let's bring a legendary ex-player, kind of the Man United playbook.
Even Juventus did it with Pirlo.
De Rossi gets fired for not winning in 4 games. Of those 4 games, they only lost 1. They drew 3.
Yeah.
And then they fired De Rossi. Like
what are we doing?
Shooting Bambi, man.
Bro.
I mean, who knows what sort of manager De Rossi would have been, but the one thing he had on his side was the fans.
The fans, yeah.
The fans were never going to turn on him. Right? So they're so desperate, they go get Claudio Ranieri. You said they spoke to Ruud van Nistelrooy.
They did that. They were in talks with Ruud.
Yeah, so you look good in a coat. We like that. It's very Roman.
It's very Italian.
We like the way you look here on our running track.
You know what I mean?
You know, there's still a stadium. They still have the running track? They still have it.
I mean, we shared with Lazio. It's Olympic Stadium.
Yeah, they still got the running track.
Those bastards.
I love that. Man, and you know this, the potential of Roma as a football club is monstrous.
Roma, you see what Tottenham is? Roma should be that.
Yeah.
Roma should be what Tottenham is.
I think a big problem, and you know, they've been having it. So they got, I mean, last season they had Dybala and Lukaku up front, and Lukaku's got the cheat code for Italy.
Yeah.
There's something there that just works for
exactly.
Lukaku. You know, he's going to win. Look at what he's doing at Napoli.
Yeah.
Right? I think Dybala is a problem because
injury prone.
Dybala gets manager sacked because he's one of those. He takes up too much money.
He's a Rashford.
Exactly.
He's a Rashford that plays in Italy.
When he's fit, you got to play him.
Yeah.
But he's never fit, so you can't build a team around him.
Yeah.
So it's happened again. Another manager loses their job.
Do you know what Roma should do? They should do what Juve are doing. Let's start right from the beginning.
And you know, it's so weird because you go, you know, if you're a football club that has produced Totti and De Rossi, why don't you lean fully into your youth team?
Straight away, bro.
Fully lean into it.
Straight away.
You know? That feels like it, because it's working at Juventus.
Yeah.
My God, it's working there.
You really saw they're like, look, this thing of us bringing box office. Also, we don't really have the money to sign box office people.
Yeah.
We really don't have the money. So, like, we have to start again. And there's nothing wrong with starting again. It happens to every club. Barcelona went through it.
Yeah.
We're going through. Okay, we just got like unending money, but like that's
as Manchester United. So Roma, shit, man, I just feel bad because the potential of Roma. I know you're a supporter.
Yeah.
But good for Claudio Ranieri. You know, if anybody's going to come and have time and they're going to fall in love with him. I did see a funny thing.
How much time do you think they're going to give him though?
Listen, you don't know. They shot De Rossi. Like, I think that, you know, he's Ranieri, he's going to pick and choose what he wants. But De Rossi, I mean, you thought the same with De Rossi. You thought, okay, they're going to give the guy time. Didn't. I saw did you see Totti about a week or two ago saying that he could still play in Serie A?
I probably could.
No, okay.
No, the speed will kill him.
That's the thing I'm saying.
The speed of the pace of the game.
Francesco, you are
a G.
A man. You are absolute
the Prince of Italy.
Thoroughbred of a player.
The Prince of Italy. The only man that said no to Real Madrid.
You know.
A couple of times.
You're a thoroughbad of a player. Yeah. Fantastic shape. Italians, they just stay in great shape, except for Gattuso. Gattuso, fuck it. I'm having fun.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, as a guy who stopped playing for a long time and started playing again, you can't handle Serie A.
No, it's not the same, guys.
Especially Serie A now.
It's not the same.
I mean, that Catenaccio thing of Serie A, the Serie A he played in, no. Serie A is quick.
Also quicker,
it's physical,
they're stronger,
fast.
Bro. They're stronger, bro.
Yeah. It's so Totti, nice thought, but it's not going to happen. Another man who retired. We didn't speak much of it, but he retired about a month ago. Andres Iniesta has bought a club in Denmark, the third division of Denmark.
My man.
That's it. He's also got, he got a lot of businesses, but he's got a wine farm as well, Iniesta.
You know, he's doing the Beckham thing. Like, he's doing the Beckham thing. Because, like, guys.
He still says he wants to be a coach, though, which.
Not when you're owning. No, you can't own, and I don't know. But, like.
How much he's going to actually have to do day to day with the club? I don't know.
But, like, dude. Like running a football club, unless you're like hands on like David Beckham, like because now it's a serious thing for him because I don't think running a club doesn't look like fun. Eh?
Even a third division Danish club.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
I think
he's putting the Salford FC thing.
Come on, how long before Iniesta goes? Put me on the bench.
Honestly,
give me 10 minutes.
Give me 10 minutes.
Okay, Totti can't play Serie A. I'm Iniesta. I can definitely fucking play Danish third division.
Honestly, yeah.
But not because the Danish doesn't. Their league flips. It runs during European summer because it's like, come on, I can
do something
on a warmer day.
Yeah. Give me
the last 15.
15, yeah, exactly.
I'm the boss.
I can play the second half. You know, at walking pace.
Of course, Iniesta can. The guy has never relied on anything physical, on any physical attributes.
Honestly, bro. El Cerebro, no, man.
Okay, so we'll watch that space as well. Real Madrid. Listen, it's not going well for Mbappe at Real Madrid. We've spoken about this.
It's just,
it's not working, right? What's up with Mbappe? He's not working. He's not in the France team. Players saying when he comes back, I hope he's the captain. Something very odd there. Deschamps is going to lose. I don't think you take on Mbappe in France. But I get the sense that Real Madrid fans and fans of the French national team, I know you support France, do you like him?
Mbappe?
Yeah, I mean, you like good players, but do you have an...
I mean, I don't really...
Is he a Griezmann to you? Is he a Benzema to you?
Benzema's cool, bro. Benzema's cool.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't know, bro. I don't really have an opinion on Mbappe because, you know, for me, like, especially like, you know, guys who are like significantly younger than me. Nice one.
You hear my computer? That was just losing its shit.
Yeah. Like for me, it's
time for a new computer.
Mine also did the same thing.
Time for a new computer. Working title: budgets gets cracked.
But for me, like he's a young guy. Like for me, I don't really have an opinion on him or like outside of football. Like I just judge him on how he plays because like he's 7 years younger than me. Like, what am I? I don't think that I have much in common with him.
What do you expect Mbappe to be? Because he's certainly not. He's not being that.
What do you expect him to be? Like, because I want to find out your opinion. I just expect him to do well on the pitch, like what he does off the field. Like, as long as he doesn't do anything illegal.
Yeah. Don't go to Sweden.
Yeah. Allegedly.
But Mbappe, the way he's been built up, right, his whole career, he's not a guy that can just do it on the pitch. I don't think he is. There's some players who are fine. Salah, I don't know. No, Salah's a bad one. Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne, what he does on the pitch is all that matters. Grumpy puss off it.
Yeah. Also, I'm not interested in Kevin De Bruyne's social life. That's all good for him.
Bruno Fernandes. He's one of the, just do it on the pitch.
Yeah.
Mbappe. Jeez, you know what? I'm probably here's the thing. The players that I said it doesn't matter what they do off the pitch are he has a bias, are white players, and I'm now probably going to name a few players of color that what you do off the pitch, and I suppose that's the problem. Because I think there's just more expected of Mbappe. I think especially in the light of you're following Messi and Ronaldo, and you're supposed to be in this bun fight with Haaland. It's about more. And I don't know, maybe he doesn't feel he needs to do it. He doesn't owe anybody anything.
No.
But at the stage of his career, you've got your dream move, you're captain,
you're captain of your country, you've won a World Cup.
It just feels like he's not moving. Like, it's just like...
Do you think he's bored?
Who knows? I don't know. I don't. Maybe it's just perception of him. Maybe that's all it is.
Yeah, because we don't know the dude personally.
And it's another thing. If you want to go to a football club to be loved, Real Madrid's not the club to go to.
Oh my man, they don't care for legends there.
Because so I mean, they never loved Ronaldo. They liked him. They respected him.
You just got the job done for them.
But it looks like if you take in that team, they got an affection for Vinny, and they definitely love Jude Bellingham.
For now,
you know what I heard the other day? That there's a love for Jude Bellingham developing on the level of Coote. I was like, whoa, that is
Jose Maria Coote.
Big shout.
See, Coote was just one of those guys.
Real Madrid fans look at Bellingham and they go, we're developing an affection.
Like Coote levels.
Let alone the playing levels.
No, come on. No.
It's like, in our eyes, you're getting there. We see you. That's what we put on you. It's like, wow.
Coote is like the Rossi of Real Madrid.
That is big.
Modern day De Rossi. That's how big Coote is.
People sleep on Coote.
Coote was napped on, eh?
I mean, the guy was he was the first choice in a Galactico side.
Hey, bro.
And he wasn't a Galactico.
Bro.
Anyway, we're not going to sit here naming old players right now.
Nostalgic.
So, AFCON Bafana qualifying without playing.
Thank you. Thank you, South Sudan. Shout out to you guys, man.
Saved Hugo Bruce from running away.
Yeah, honestly.
he said if we don't win, if we don't get the points we need out of these next two games,
so we have to go to win Uganda today, and then South Sudan play us at home.
South Sudan, yeah, and come on, like I think he's right. I think because his point was, listen, we finished third in the last AFCON, and if we can't beat these two to get to the next one, we don't deserve to go, and I'll fuck off. And thank God we get to keep Bruce.
Yeah,
big fan of Bruce. Nigeria need one more point. I think of the last two games.
They'll do it. Who they
should
playing?
do it. Osimhen is absolutely flying on that one. I'll check that out for you now. Ghana aren't dead, but the permutations.
Guys, you need a casualty. There has to be a casualty. Every year there has to be a casualty. But Ghana, you saw even in the last AFCON, in the actual tournament, they weren't serious.
Yeah. I don't know if they're not serious. Are they not?
But Ghana, they're riding a wave that's a tide wave, because the Ayew brothers, let's forget about those guys. Actually.
Yeah, you got to move on from them. You got to build around a player like Kudus. You got Thomas Partey in there. Yeah. Nigeria playing Rwanda. So, I mean.
Wait, in Nigeria?
In
Kigali?
I'm actually not sure. So who they playing? Super League Eagles there. Toulouse. They're playing Benin. Did they play? Oh, they played Benin, so maybe we're a little bit late on that. Maybe they got their points already. And I want to talk about Real Madrid's theme park. Do you see that?
No.
Real Madrid opening a theme park in Dubai.
Obviously.
Very disappointed that there's no Ronaldo-themed Hall of Mirrors in the theme park. Okay? So that's the one thing I want to see when you walk a Hall of Mirrors dedicated to Ronaldo. Yeah. I want to see some sort of theme park ride that is kind of a banana boomerang, like a Roberto Carlos free kick. So Jesus. I think you get in something that like shoots you in the trajectory of a Roberto Carlos free kick straight into a wall.
Oh my goodness, bro! You're definitely breaking something. Oh my god!
Never into the goal. Always straight into the wall.
Jeez.
So that's happening in Dubai. And let's go to Argentina. Did you see this story? This is a story that our friend Ryan would love, and I think it's very prescient in what's the reason for our next segment, Goat Farm. In the Argentina Primera Division, they allowed a YouTuber to play a game against friggin'
like a physical game, not on like PlayStation.
An actual game. So this here's how the story started. So there's a YouTuber called Spreen who somehow gets involved. There's a club in Argentina called Deportivo Riestra. Right, so they're in the Argentinian First Division. Small team, don't make much money, and apparently they're quite known for pulling weird marketing stunts to get attention. So they get this influencer who's now going to play a game, kicks off the game, and he's on the field for 50 seconds, not against another bottom side. They're playing Vélez Sarsfield.
No, man.
I mean, Vélez Sarsfield are like, they were world champions not so long ago. They beat AC Milan. I think they beat AC Milan like recently.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about like some piss take Argentine club. We're talking like a team that won Libertadores and won the World Club Championships, right?
Yeah.
And this is who you're playing against. So the Argentine authorities are investigating this because they say there was weird betting patterns right throughout that game. So they're like, somebody knew about this. There was bets on the time he had come off. There were bets on a whole bunch of things. So they're kind of going, no, this is more than a publicity stunt. Something dodgy is going on here.
And that's linked to like cartels and stuff, eh?
Oh, allegedly. Yeah, but listen, I'm fucking so done. And we're going to talk about it again. It's kind of like what inspired my goat farm. This fucking influencer shit, man.
It's stupid, bro. It also, the thing is, like, do you know what the thing is for me? It's an insult to people who are actually about the art.
Well, that's the in terms of like the football side of it, right? So this is what a lot of people in Argentina are saying. This did not go down well in Argentina. No, I mean, Argentina, they're the world champions.
and the South American champions, concurrent.
Yeah, this is not a football backwater.
It's the number one team in the world.
They don't need to pull stunts like this, and this has not gone down well because you know what, we're talking about like legendary clubs here.
Yeah,
and this is the shit you put against us.
Yeah,
so it's really backfired. And then there's this whole shit. I'm just so over this thing of why football clubs feel they need to be so plugged into influencers and YouTubers. We see that idiot I Show Speed all over the place.
I hate I Show Speed. I hate him so much because
I'm convinced that one of the first things that this new Manchester United era needs to do is get rid of all these YouTubers. So already we saw last week Garnacho saying he didn't celebrate because he's being criticized online by YouTubers. Now,
who cares?
Listen, I do think who gives a fuck? But at the same time, he's 20 years old. We forget that about Garnacho. Yeah. That's being criticized by these guys. That's big to him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I think I think who cares? But also going, well, also remember how young he is. But I'm saying because this was the guy that was like abusing him outside. So these guys are being given access to Old Trafford and the players or whatever. And then they're abusing it. And that's one. I just think this thing of YouTubers and the shit and this fucking hate baiting and this hate and this fan cam shit, it's the lowest form of anything. I can't even call it journalism. I can't even call it content. Like, in people listening, you've got your shows that you like, you've got your YouTube channels that you like, but just they're so destructive.
Yeah.
They so narratives of hate. They sow narratives of negativity.
Yeah, it's not cool, bro.
Clubs fall over themselves for it.
And I get like, guys, okay, cool, freedom of speech and whatever, but like, Oaks, you guys, you must understand, you can't just go mouthing off and having an opinion on everything because you're going to offend people. And some people don't play. They sue. They will sue you.
But more of that should happen. So for me, I'm glad you said it. Garnacho should actually sue the fucker.
Yeah.
So, okay, who upset you? What did he say? You know what? Sue him.
Yeah.
Go after him.
Yeah.
Shut him down. I'll tell you, YouTuber money is not Premier League footballer money.
Oh, trust me. Me.
Sue him.
Go to Jim Ratcliffe. I need a lawyer.
Yeah. Sue him.
Yeah.
Take him down. And then the next guy goes, okay.
I'm
not going to say that.
We're not to play at these guys.
I'm not going to say it because these guys do this. They're unaccountable. They don't belong to media organizations. There's no, because if you're a journalist, this is why, to a degree, like South African football journalism, let's go back, come full circle.
Yeah.
It's quite flat because a lot of people are scared to criticize South African football clubs because they just get banned. They just don't give given access.
Yeah.
You talk shit about me, we're not letting you into the press conference, we give you nothing.
You're done, bro.
So you just keep things quite on the level, right? Unless you really do want to go. YouTubers don't give a shit. I'll say whatever I want. I don't. But you're lying, you're talking crap. So clubs should go, okay, you're using us, you're using our brand to build your brand. We're not making a cent out of it. Sued.
Yeah, let's see how much money you actually have.
That's what Garnacho should.
Put your money where your mouth is.
If that guy's upset you so much that you won't celebrate,
put your money where your mouth is.
Sue the fuck out of the guys and across the board. Anyway, so this has backfired very badly against this Argentine club. I hope that there were betting patterns, and I hope that they do get at least a points deduction. Yeah. Because stupid stunts like that, there's better things to do. Listen, we got Goat Farm, and it's inspired. Speaking of YouTuber stunts, it's inspired by, they're calling it the fight of the century.
Oh, come on, no?
It's barely the fight of the week.
Honestly.
So we've got a feature on the show called Goat Farm. It's our Hall of Fame.
It's for the kids. Get it?
Hey, there we go. It's our Hall of Fame. And I think there can only be one goat that I'm inducting this week.
Come on. I'm going to eat his children.
Which Paul brother is it? Logan Paul, Jake Paul? I care.
Either way, they're going to catch a fade.
Which one's the one?
Logan. It's Jake.
He's fighting Jake Paul. So Jake Paul fancies himself as a bit of a boxer, has never fought a proper boxer.
Yeah. No.
He's fought like sluggers, fucking, those guys. And he's done well. He looks great. He looks like a decent boxer, but put him against top-class boxers.
Yeah.
So now
he's not fighting. He's not fighting. He's not even fighting Tyson Fury.
No.
Tyson Fury.
Hell no. No.
He's not fighting Anthony Joshua. Let's put it there.
He's fighting Tyson Fury's brother, right? That's who he fights.
Yeah.
I mean, put this guy in the ring. Okay, I'm sure there's weight divisions. Anthony Joshua. He's not fighting real boxers.
Yeah.
So latest stunt, he's fighting Mike Tyson, and it's like, I think the whole world's behind it because we really want to see an old man punch the fuck out of a YouTuber.
It's Mike Tyson, guys. Do people forget who Mike Tyson was?
So, if you forget who Mike Tyson was, we're going to go through this. Now, listen, we're not going to talk about the controversies. Mike Tyson is a troubled person.
But he's better now in his old age.
He is a lot of dark shit. I mean, kind of you name it as a personal crisis, it's happened to him.
He's done
it. He lost a child. It's just, his life is wrapped in tragedy. He's a figure of fun. I love the stuff, Hezbollah, that little guy.
Yeah.
Have you seen when Mike Tyson thought he was a baby? There's videos going around of Mike Tyson. Every time Mike Tyson was with him, he'd treat him like a baby.
Like a child.
Like he'd cuddle him or whatever.
No, bro, that's a grown-ass man.
And he got told in an interview that, he said, I fucking didn't know. I thought that was a toddler.
Exactly.
So Mike Tyson,
I'm going to eat your children. Michael
Gerard Tyson, Iron Mike, Kid Dynamite, the baddest man in the planet. He was he's regarded as the greatest heavyweight boxer of the time. He was the youngest world champion.
19.
Undisputed world heavyweight champion from 87 to 89. Won his first 19 professional fights by knockout. 12 of them in the first round.
Come on. Guys, if you don't know what made Mike Tyson, go do yourselves a favor.
He was the first heavyweight boxer to hold WBA, WBC, and IBF titles.
At the same time.
I mean, come on.
Guys, that left hook.
He was Mike Tyson. So part of his background was he was bullied as a kid.
Yeah, he's in New York. He's born in New York,
Brooklyn. Listen to this fucked story, bro.
Yeah.
Bullied as a kid because he's big, had a lisp, right? So kids used to make...
you've heard most of us have heard Mike Tyson speak,
right? So constantly bullied. He then gets an affinity to racing pigeons.
Yeah,
right?
We've seen this show.
So, and then, by all accounts, there was... his local bully killed one of his racing pigeons, ripped its head off, and this is the first time he hit somebody in front of a crowd. This is his origin story.
Shout out to that guy, bro. You gave us a legend.
Right? Knocked the kid out, and he says, I loved the feeling. Okay? So then he just, I'm going to...
Adrenaline coursing through his veins.
I'm big. People are going to fuck with me. I'm going to hit them. Older guys from other neighborhoods would come to find him to fight him. Okay. So this is his origin story, right? So he gets a coach. This guy now goes, a trainer, and this guy now goes, I'm going to harness this. I'm going to turn you into something. But I'm not going to refine you. I'm going to turn you into an animal.
Just to sorry to catch. It's funny how even Muhammad Ali's a similar story. Do you know why Muhammad Ali started boxing?
Go for it.
Because someone stole his bike. Like he had saved up for it, and he was so mad. And then a white guy told him, he said, bro, if you're going to fight, let me show you how to, and then the rest is history.
That's it. His coach was Kaz D'Amato. Started entering him into junior competitions that he would show up once his legend started growing. He'd show up at competitions, no other fighters were there. Once they heard they're fighting Mike Tyson, they were like, fuck it, we're not fighting. Yeah,
there's only one man that is effed with Mike Tyson and is alive to tell the story, and that is Brad Pitt. Do you know the story about it?
So let's quickly tell the story. I think at the time Brad Pitt was dating
his wife.
So yeah, Mike Tyson was married to Robin Givens, and there was a whole fuck up.
Yeah,
and she was running around with Brad Pitt, and one day they pull up at the house, and Mike Tyson's waiting for them.
Mike Tyson is like that. I don't know if it was a woman or if it was a guy, and he goes, "That's the most beautiful man I've ever seen." And yeah, he did nothing to Brad Pitt.
No,
Brad Pitt is alive to tell the tale,
and he tells it. He tells it.
Shout out to Brad Pitt, man.
As an amateur, Tyson won gold medals at the 1981 and 82 Junior Olympics. In 1984, he fought Kelton Brown. His team threw in the towel, and he wins. Sorry, that was 1982. So his win in 1982 was throwing the towel. And then he now goes pro. Okay. And this is where you fucking get the story. Now, you got to understand, what did we say? His first 19 fights all won by knockout in the first round.
A teenager. He's a teenager.
He's a teenager. Knocking out grown-ass, grizzled men.
Men in their prime.
You watch Tyson fights, and this is like, so tomorrow, or later tonight, whenever it happens. It's later tonight on Friday, but in the US, it's on Netflix. The world is going to see our Mike Tyson, but you're going to see a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. Do yourself a fucking favor. Go back and watch some videos and watch Mike Tyson come out the rings. He came to kill.
No, that guy was there.
There was no strategy. There was no tactic. There was no...
I'm going to eat your children.
That is what he said. It said
I'm going to eat your children.
To Evander Holyfield.
I'm going to eat you till you love me.
He did.
He ain't no Alexander. I'm Alexander. I don't know, man.
So the most...
What?
Here's the most famous one, and the one I've got a story to, is he knocked out Michael Spinks in 91 seconds. Yeah. My father was at that fight.
Really?
It was in Atlantic City. My father gets a trip. My father was involved in the liquor industry. Old Buck Gin.
Old Buck, man.
Sponsored boxing.
Yeah.
They had a promotional tip, took a whole bunch of they took a whole bunch of store owners to Atlantic City.
Oh my God.
So my dad goes, this is Mike Tyson. I mean,
the famous people he must have seen.
Oh, but probably not even realizing, right?
Yeah.
And Michael Spinks was a real deal.
Yeah,
this was kind of like one of his first big guys that he fights. My dad missed the knockout. Because they're watching the undercards, right? The whole event. Now, listen, you're going with Old Buck. It's a whole day. It's a whole week. Like,
bro.
You're constantly on the go,
bro.
right? So the undercards, Tyson comes in. So he says he comes in and they see a whole spectacle. There's a whole thing. One of the guys is with his, they're kind of at a private area where the private bar said, let's go to the bar quickly. First round, we'll come back, because the bar will be quiet.
Oh, hey.
They get up. Ding, ding, everyone goes crazy. They turn around. Missed the fuck. Who in their mind is going to think, okay,
this is going the distance?
It's like not first round.
Oh, Mike Tyson.
He's not going to knock him out in the first round.
Come on. Your dad must regret, eh?
He's like, but it's a great
At least
story.
it wasn't my money.
And it's a great story to tell.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing seeing a Mike Tyson knockout in 91 seconds. It's another thing not.
Yeah. You must have been the only person you must be the only guy who goes to the toilet or goes to do something round one of a Mike Tyson fight, prime Mike.
Oh, but with the chances, though. The
chances, bro.
So that's it. I mean, he's taken on anyone, been to jail.
Evander Holyfield.
He kind of like his second coming is the series that he has with Evander Holyfield, which obviously, so the first fight, they fight once, and then obviously they set up a rematch, and then that's what notorious, where middle of which round was it? But he decides, I'm gonna fucking bite your ear off.
with a gum guard on. Do you know how hard you must go through someone's ear to take a piece of the ear off?
You know, Tyson claims that Holyfield was headbutting him and not getting a penalty. He said he kept doing it, and it wasn't getting called up on it. And Tyson was fucking losing his shit over it.
He must have lost
And he warned him. He said, don't fucking headbutt me again. And he did. So
he chomped him, bro.
He fucking bit his ear off with a gum guard. Oh, fucking his head goes at Lennox Lewis. Beat him.
No, who beat him? Lennox beat him.
Lennox beat me, that's what I'm saying.
Of course, no, but Lennox Lewis was actually, also Lennox Lewis is like 9'2".
And I think that's kind of where the turn comes in because Tyson got away so much with being such an aggressive fighter, and Lennox Lewis was very cerebral.
Yeah.
And I think kind of the side,
mythological.
You know, it says, listen, all I got to make sure is you don't knock me out in the first round.
Yeah, you mustn't catch me.
Because that's the thing. Tyson, he didn't go the distance. He would
barely.
go. But it's like you're going to come out so aggressively. Yeah. If I lost that, you know, we're going to...
Didn't he fight Francois Botha?
He did.
Or Corey Sanders, one of the two.
No, it was Francois Botha.
It was when Francois Botha was still a serious fighter before he started fighting Sonny Bill Williams.
Yeah, I remember. Oh man, I remember that fight. That was crazy because we were all up in our feels because
he's South African,
you know, and
but Iron Mike. I like even this whole Drickus thing. I never gave him my feels about boxing because Vuyani Bungu once fought Mayweather, and Mayweather showed him. Yeah, man, listen, that's a completely different story. So, Mike Tyson, of course, I don't want to talk about his controversies. I do want to talk about him in popular culture. Of course, Will Smith makes a song about him. I think I can fight Mike Tyson. Yeah.
Wrong. Remember the music video of that? It featured Mike Tyson. You know, Mike Tyson and Don King have a credit on that song. Oh, but Don King is a rubbish, bro. Yeah, listen, Don King can be. Don King led to his downfall. Yeah, you got to say it because he was just there, and I think this is
Mike Tyson in 1988 or so was worth about $300 million. Yeah. Fast forward 10 years later, apparently he only had like 20,000 to his name, bro. Yeah, that's messed.
Yeah, but because and that's what he says. He says, you know, Don King and Robin Givens, they were just trying to make money out of him and trying to take his money. Yeah. He said they completely manipulated and used him. And Don King, like, listen, of course he got him the big fights. Of course he got him got Don King the big paydays. But completely just fucking fleeced him. My favorite Mike Tyson is the Mike Tyson video game on Nintendo, Mike Tyson Punch-Out.
Never played it.
Oh, man. This was the game, right? This was the game.
I played Knockout Kings. That was the...
Okay, so the first proper boxing video game that we played was Mike Tyson Knockout. Mm-hmm. And it got Mike Tyson Punch-Out. It got changed after he went to jail for the rape.
Convicted on rape.
Convicted on rape. They just called it Punch-Out and removed Mike Tyson. But you were a fighter called Glass Joe, and you'd go through all these rounds of different boxers to fight them, and the ultimate boss that you had to fight was Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I played that game all the time, got to Mike Tyson once. In the game, he was just fucking superpower. You couldn't beat him.
You caught a fade.
I beat him once. I only ever beat Mike Tyson once.
You can say you beat Mike Tyson.
I beat Mike Tyson. I fucked him up. But like, there's so many funny memes going around because that guy, that Glass Joe, kind of looks like the Paul brother, and they put him to the gym. Oh yeah, fucking around with them.
Bro, you don't do that to Mike, bro.
Come on, man. Listen, so firstly, Mike Tyson, welcome to the goat farm.
And Mike,
I deserve it. Just don't fuck up the other goats. We've got a bunch of softies in there.
Yeah.
Khoikoshes in there, Figu's in there, Ancelotti's in there, Agassi's in there. Boys. Yeah, like, please just be nice to everybody. Yeah. So, yeah, this fucking bullshit, this fight. It's WWE, right?
It is.
This is not real boxing. And it's such a pity that this is what boxing has devolved into.
Yeah.
That you got these YouTube boxers kind of
they must go fight real people. Because like now, do you know what it is? Okay, and I respect Francis Ngannou like for what he's done in MMA.
Yeah.
But guys, do you guys really think that Francis Ngannou was going to go beat Tyson Fury and then Anthony Joshua? Those are the premier heavyweights right now.
No.
The top five of the top two of the top five heavyweights in the world.
Yeah.
Do you really think, come on, you must also respect people at their profession.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's also these guys have got to do these stunts because that's the only thing's paying now. I mean, where are Netflix going to put a heavyweight fight on?
Yeah.
Look at how much money Netflix have thrown behind this. They've been promoting it for months. It got delayed because Tyson got sick.
Even got a documentary.
There's a documentary about it. It's like they're going to milk the shit out of it. I mean, it's Netflix are kind of moving into live sports.
Yeah, they are. Because also they've got the NFL.
The NFL
they've got
the Christmas Day game.
Yeah, they got games on Christmas for NFL.
Yeah.
That I'll definitely watch.
Listen, the rumor is that when Formula One comes for renewal, Netflix are taking it, and Netflix are bidding for Premier League, right? So this is kind of they're going there, and it makes sense.
It's good,
and it's clever
good.
what they're doing. But Netflix are not paying this kind of money for a heavyweight. Normal boxing heavyweight fight.
Yeah.
But put a YouTuber in there, you're going to do it. You know, the sad thing
it's
is...
about the eyes. It's about how many eyes it sees. These guys have got clout.
You must know. Okay, so the weigh-in yesterday, of course, what you're talking about is... Which Paul is it? Jake Paul.
It is Jake Paul.
Jake Paul slaps Tyson.
No, Tyson slapped Jake Paul.
They're fucking around. But you know that those guys have been fucking rehearsing this fight.
Yeah, bro.
For months on end. Like, come on. Was Tyson really sick?
No.
Or they're just like, yeah, we're going to...
Who do you think they say... Who do you think is going to win? I'll put it win in inverted commas.
I can't see Jake Paul not fixing it to win.
Yeah. Also, Tyson is old.
Yeah.
I mean, because the thing is, Jake Paul does box, and that's the thing. Like, if it was me, I mean, I'm catching a fade.
No. So look, Jake Paul he'll go all rounds. Like, he's not going to tire out. Where Tyson might. You can't see Tyson going 12 rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're doing 12 rounds. I think there's different, and I don't even think they're doing 3-minute rounds. I still there's different rules. I really saying like I've not really paid attention to it because
neither.
It's a load of shit. I will watch it out of curiosity.
Of course, for
you know, I think it's going to be 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning or Saturday morning. So it's a decent time. You wake up, you put something on, you have breakfast. What you going to do? But listen. Tyson knows how to make money. He's like you say, he lost a lot of money. This is a great way to cash in his old age. He's done all the things, been on Hangover.
Yeah,
he's kind of like made a second life for himself as this weird celebrity. He's got YouTube channels. He's got podcasts.
But he's I mean, as you're doing your old age, he's calmer now.
Yeah. Well, for Mike Tyson.
Yeah, for Mike Tyson. I mean,
you know, part of me hopes. Part of me hopes.
He's unhinged.
You know, that old Tyson is still in there. That killer is still in there.
That dog.
And the dog. And you don't know, like, just...
When he's going to flip, eh?
He just might have... Just the fucking wrong shot. And he just goes...
That's not cool. That's not cool.
That's not what we agreed on.
That's not what we agreed on, man.
Fucking knocks the fuck out of the...
He's trying to fuck me, man.
Do you know what I mean? That's kind of goes like you're fucking with a wild animal. Tyson's calmer, but he's still Mike Tyson.
He's somewhere there.
It's still in there, and you don't fucking know in the lights, that crowd, back in the glory days. He's fucking in Atlantic City. He's way back in there. 91 seconds. I'm putting you on the canvas. Paulo's dad hasn't even come back from the bar.
Left hook, boy.
You know what I mean?
That night.
That's what I'm really hoping for.
That's the most famous left hook in boxing.
Man, a fight between Tyson and Ali. Who's winning?
Oh, Muhammad Ali.
Ali's winning all day.
Prime for prime.
Ali's winning all day.
Mike Tyson wouldn't be able to hit him.
I had to ask the question.
Also, Muhammad Ali, maybe I'm biased. Muhammad Ali, like, I didn't see him box. I mean, obviously not. But for me, like, I've watched countless Ali things. For me, bro.
Man, we're gonna have a computer exploding up here in the studio.
For me, he's the greatest. Like, he's bro. You can't move like that as a heavyweight.
Yeah,
that's unheard of. Also, after what he did to George Foreman, and after Foreman killed Frazier, and Frazier was the real deal. Eh?
Listen, you also
Smoking Joe was the real deal.
You know, when you're like Ali and you're a guy who set the benchmark for what a sport is, like 50, 60 years later.
Yeah,
and you're still having a
3-time
conversation,
boy. You
know. So anyway, welcome to the Goat Farm. Mike Tyson after Senzo's non-football story of the week. We like doing this. We mainly speak football. Senzo loves all sports. What's caught your eye in the rest of the world of sports?
I was watching something interesting. It was on the Formula One channel on YouTube, and they were doing kind of like a butterfly effect thing.
Okay.
A butterfly effect thing about Lewis Hamilton and the lead up to his first World Championship in 2008, I think.
Yeah.
Do you know which driver triggered this whole sequence of event that we currently have in Formula One?
So what particular sequence of events that Hamilton wins 7 in a row?
Just everything. So I want you to cast your mind back to end of 97 season, 98 season.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Current world champions are Williams.
Yeah.
Jacques Villeneuve. Michael Schumacher crashed into him last race, 97. That's sad. I remember watching it. I was sad. And then Williams they want to defend their title. And, there's this guy that's been that Williams have under their wings called Juan Pablo Montoya. But he's not quite ready yet.
Right.
So they put Zanotti in that car.
Okay.
Alex Zanotti, they put him in that car. Right, cool. Yeah, Zanotti isn't quite great. And, Williams are... They're on the decline, right? And then they tell Montoya to go F around in American scene and stuff like that. Zanotti doesn't do that great. Now, Montoya was supposed to go into that car in 98. Montoya only gets it in 2001, right? And we all know that's when the Schumacher era and stuff like that. Yeah. And Montoya was Max Verstappen before Max Verstappen.
Yeah, okay.
All talented and stuff like that. Right. So then he's at Williams for a couple of years till I think like 2005. Right. Cool. Now, McLaren signed him. And McLaren think it's going to be this partnership made in heaven because David Coulthard ended up going to Red Bull. Right. It didn't quite work with Montoya and and McLaren because he subsequently quit and he went to NASCAR. Right. That contract was supposed to be like a 5-6 year contract, and they canned Montoya. Now there was a guy who was killing it in the lower leagues, Lewis Hamilton. He was just obliterating everything. Had Lewis Hamilton, had Montoya done one at Williams, right?
Yeah.
At McLaren, that move wouldn't have triggered Kimi Räikkönen going to Ferrari.
Okay.
And it wouldn't have triggered Montoya. Montoya would have stayed a thing. And Alonso would be racing with Juan Pablo Montoya, which means Lewis Hamilton would have been like a test drive or whatever.
Yes.
Think about it.
Yes.
And then subsequently, Lewis Hamilton's first season, Räikkönen's gone, Montoya's out of contract. There's a seat open at McLaren. Does very well for his debut season at McLaren. The next year he wins the World Championship. And then we all know how the story goes.
So, we
do you think Formula One would be where it is right now if that didn't happen?
Whichever way happened, like Lewis Hamilton is generational.
Yeah.
Wherever he had ended up, he would have ended up where he was supposed to end up. So, like, he's so good that whichever sequence of events
would have happened.
So maybe he wouldn't have ended up. He would have maybe ended up with another team that didn't work. He would have ended up where he was meant to.
But he would have ended up with multiple world championships.
Exactly. So even if it wasn't as many as he did, he might have stumbled in one or two of the wrong teams before they went, okay, well, let's get you here, and then you win. Because it's the drive of the car. It's everything coming to fruition at the right time.
Yeah.
McLaren are also sitting there going, we're building towards something. We just need this exceptional driver, and it just happens to be him. And he's going, listen, I'm exceptional driver. I just need the right team.
Yeah.
So but what it just shows you is, like in any sport, it's hard work, it's talent, dedication, and it's luck.
And it is luck.
Timing.
It's timing, right place at the right time. Because you look at, like, let's look at football stories. Eden Hazard.
Yeah.
Timing wasn't right.
For Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Timing wasn't right. Eden Hazard, you can't question the talent and stuff like that, but timing wasn't right.
It goes across every sport, and it is right time, right place. It's somebody getting injured. It's somebody transferring out. It's a reason there's a transfer ban. There's some reason why you have to fill in. It's just, and it goes from like the most amateur level. Like why would Lewis Hamilton get noticed at kart racing? Because that day the right person was watching him.
Bro, you know what I mean? I watch so many of these butterfly effect things. It's even like the one butterfly effect with Kevin Durant. If Kevin Durant did not go for a thing, if Kevin Durant did not get traded to Brooklyn, the one player would have not found out that he had cancer.
Right.
Because of a trade deal.
Yeah.
Like small things like that. Like it's wild. It's wild. Like I'm just thinking, like, in the grand scheme of things, do we necessarily believe in the butterfly effect, that something that could be deemed so insignificant could have a whole bearing on how the league, or how an organization it turns out? Or
it's a deep question. It's like we so often see something happen and you go, shit, if I'd left 5 minutes earlier, that would have happened. I would,
Like, I think about what the Messi's, like with Lionel Messi and how he got started and how they had to do the deal.
Yeah.
Do you think if that guy if he said, I'm going to miss this day, do you think world football would be where it is?
It's like, a player not getting on a bus the day that he gets spotted at a tournament. You know, it's fucking coach not putting you in, and the scout leaves. You know, it's all these things. But you know, I think end of the day, the truth I think that's average. I think what we've spoken about, like Kevin Durant, Messi, Lewis Hamilton, those guys are always going to rise to the top because they're just so good. Yeah. You know, those guys are always going to find their way. Yeah. But then you also ask, like, does it eventually catch up with you? You know, I mean, it's like, but listen,
even who's this Hori? The man with more rings than Michael Jordan's got 8.
Yeah.
Danny Ainge did something to him. Danny Ainge, Boston Celtics guy. Yeah. He's a Hall of Famer. That guy did something to he did something to Hori when Hori were at the Rockets, and he threw a tantrum, right? And then they ended up, and then this whole Charles Barkley thing happens, and then Hori gets transferred to a team that Danny Ainge is coaching. Then he throws a towel in Danny Ainge's face because of how Danny Ainge pissed him off as a player. Subsequently, do not happen. He gets traded to the Lakers. Now, Richard Hori hit some of the most clutch shots that made Shaq and Kobe three-peat.
Yeah.
So if Danny Ainge doesn't do what he does, do we have a Shaq and Kobe legacy?
Yes.
I mean, they were finishing. We were finishing everything, and Phil Jackson was coaching.
Go on, something's going to happen. Working Title FC in an international week. We kept it busy.
Yeah.
We kept it busy. We found the stories. Thank you for listening. Working Title FC. You can find us on every podcast player. We are on YouTube, even though it's not a video. We got a video version.
And speaking of international week, guys, it's the South African trifecta. Today is Bafana playing Uganda.
At a weird time, 3:00.
Yeah.
Is it on TV?
It is. It is on TV. Yeah. Bafana Uganda, then the Proteas do their thing against India, then the Springboks teach the Poms how to play rugby again.
Not a good day to be a Castle Lager or a Brypack.
Yeah.
Actually, Senzo, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Paulo. We always do this thing, man. Every Friday. Catch us.
I can't wait for fucking Mike Tyson to do a menace.
Eat his children.